Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 Sunday night. Sunday night, can you hear me? Can you see me? Is the chat on? Is anybody chatting? Is anybody there? Is anybody there? Maybe nobody's there. Maybe nobody's there. Let me see if anybody's chatting on the thing. Hello, everyone. Hello. That's not working. Why is this not working? This is not working. 10 people watching now. 10 people watching now. Vatnai says hello. Why is nobody here? Why is nobody here watching it? Why is nobody here watching it? This is, can you see me? Can you hear me? I don't think you can see me. Hi, Lewis. Hi, Jedster. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? I don't know. Doesn't look like this is starting here. Let's go here. There we go. Okay, you can see me. Hello, all good. It's all good. The sound is good. Okay, we got 10 people watching it. Let's see what's going on over here. I don't know what the story is. I start the show 10 minutes early for people to come in. I got this light on. Is that bright enough for you? My hair is a little bit I don't know. Maybe I need to have it trimmed. I'm having a cup of tea. I shouldn't have a cup of tea this late. It means I may not be able to get to sleep. Anyway, we had a nice chat earlier. Did we not have a nice chat earlier? Where is this? Where is this? Where is the pen? Here is the pen. Who is here? Who is here? Everybody come in and say hello. Say hello if you can. If you can. Botany is number one, and number two is the Jedster. Number three is got nobody here. Nobody here. What a day! What a day! I've had a day. It's Sunday. I hate Sundays. What is this little shadow over here? Where is the shadow? Um, Let me make sure you can hear me. I was in church earlier and missed it. All right, well, there you go. That's very good. Everybody get to church. I think church is going to be the place we need to go to. Even me. Even me, I need to be in church. Or maybe in synagogue or something. We need to fight for. Not that I mean, I know I've been praying to God. I've been thinking about it. Maybe it's not right. Maybe it is right. Maybe it is right. Hi, Lewis. I was on the stream, but for some reason it was stuck. Okay, is it stuck right now? Good evening, beautiful people. I always say hello, beautiful people. Alan Williams is here. Is here. Why was it stuck? I don't know why it was stuck. I don't know why it was stuck. I don't know why it was stuck, but it was basically stuck. So it wasn't stuck. It wasn't stuck. What's going on over here? There we go. Can you see that there? Good evening, fellow nutters, McCuff says. Mr. Cuff. I always call you McCuff because it looks like McCuff. I don't know. I guess you are nutters. I'm not a nutter. I'm totally sane. I'm totally sane. After the show, I recorded the Nunhead American radio for tomorrow. It's going to get me in trouble because I'm sitting here saying I don't believe in drugs. I mean, medications and doctors and stuff like that. You can't say that. People don't want to hear that. I'm like a foreigner in this country. I walked 20 kilometers today all across central London. That's right. It was nice until I had to leave from Stratford, West Ham, lost. So that says it all as to the situation there. You didn't walk to Stratford, but that's a long way to walk in London. How much did I walk? I've got an app too. Do you have an app as well? I basically didn't leave the house today. Yesterday I walked 4,000 steps, and today I walked 221 steps. And I didn't leave the house. I did not leave the house. I think we've got to leave. Oops, sorry about that. We've got to leave the house, everybody. We've got to leave the house. Let me see how I look here. Let me see how I look. Let me see how I look. Hold on. Joodles is here. What's his name? Happy birthday, Dad. Al's dad. Alan's dad. It's my dad's 89th birthday today. Wow, happy birthday. He's from Liverpool and he's not fat. Maybe that's why he's 89. That's why he's lived a long life. 12 years longer than my father, who was fat. Who was fat. So there you go. Congratulations to your dad. What's his name? His dad is called Amazing. No, that's what, no. Jabari Jackson Lewis. Okay, this is who knows who this guy is. Who knows who this guy is? I don't know. See if we can. Thank you very much. So you went from Tower Hill all the way to Oxford Circus by foot, mostly by the Thames. Then I took the tube back to the train station. I'm not a masochist, no, and a lot of that area is not that interesting to walk from there. To walk from there. Hold on one sec. I'm just getting everything says top chat. I don't want top chat. I want all chat. Okay, thank you, Kermit. Thank you, Kermit, for that. Okay, let's get back to where we were. It's yeah. Happy birthday to your dad, Joe says. Joe is here, so we're building up. MC Mr. Cuff is here. Well done. What did I do that was well done? I think Kermit did that. I was about to do that. Arthur's a great name. Give him a big hug and a weak kiss from me. Al. Maybe Al wants a big hug and a big kiss from you, Joodles. Maybe I want a big hug and a big kiss from you. Don't give it to the guy's birthday. He doesn't need it on his birthday. He's 89 years old. He's had enough hugs and kisses. I don't know if I believe in what I'm just saying here. He may need hugs. He may need hugs and kisses. Ghost is back again. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it is. People want attention, but it's not even real attention. It's just annoyance. It's just like, let's bother Lewis Schaffer. I mean, I don't need to be bothered. I'm having, this is the end of the weekend. I tried my best. I did see one of those early quiet e-bikes barreling towards me at one point with a fully blacked out rider, but it turns out he was being chased. So I was safe. Yeah, London's out of control. Rocket League is here. Rocket League is here, spelled properly. Can you change the spelling of your name on your YouTube account, Rocket League? Rocket League. I didn't see Kerms. I presumed it was you. Well, it was about to be me, and then I get there, and he had basically done it already. So luckily, I didn't have the same kind of problem that I had 2 days ago when you were quite mad at me. You said I wasn't taking responsibility, and one thing that I do is I do take responsibility for my actions. I never blame anybody else. I don't. I know that doesn't sound believable. Tulipa is here. Where is Tulipa? She says hello. She screams it. Hello, Tulipa. And Judel says evenings, Vatanai. Okay. No, he's still annoyed about Everton versus Newcastle. But the snooker is, I guess, on, so it's okay. They still have snooker on TV. I guess they do. They got a million channels. It's not like it used to be. Hi, everyone. I'm still kind of in the jungle. You did say where there was. What was that? Was Evening People live at Fridge Side. It's the Fridge Side. Yes, here is the Fridge Side right here. Remember, if you got nothing to do, like, go to Twitter. Go to Twitter at Lewis Schaffer at Twitter. Mark the Rosian is here. Okay, we're moving on up to the east side. We're moving on up to Deluxe apartment in the sky. We're moving on up. Evening, people. So there you go. Lewis, have you brushed your hair? Actually, I took a shower today, but I don't use any soap except on my hands and maybe other parts. But I don't use any shampoo on my hair. So, but I didn't brush it. I just let it come down like that. Does it look better this way? I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell which is the right way to comb my hair. I can't tell. I'm not digging the swept look. What do you think? I'm not sure I like it either. Do you like the hair this way? I mean, do you like the hair this way? Girl from Mars. Here I am. Yes, girl from Mars. Lewis, hi, beautiful chat friends. She's calling every one of us beautiful chat friends. Mark the Rosie and Joodles. Gnome says, we have been so used to seeing him in horrendous state that now he's fixed himself up. It looks weird. Yeah. Yeah. I thought to myself, maybe I should comb my hair. It's a bit different than what it used to be, because when I used to shampoo my hair, which I did every single day for over 40 years, every single day, is I'd brush my hair and it would stay in place. And if I wore a hat, it would be ruined. I mean, like absolutely ruined. So I'd have to take a shower again. It doesn't suit him, no, Lewis. I mean, like that way. Like that way. It's like when you have a change. A change can be good, a change can be bad, I think. Mark the Rosian says hello to Cuffy. Hello, Steve. Steve, Mr. Cuff. Mr. Steve Cuff. Mr. Steve Cuff. So what are we talking about today? I'm a little bit out of it. I'm a little bit out of it. I should maybe have a bit more energy, but it's been a day. I've done. This will be the third show that I've done. It doesn't seem like it should take very much effort, but it takes a bit of effort to do these kind of things. You should have a mohawk, Lewis. Yeah, I remember thinking about that when I was young. I mean, do you remember people with mohawks from like 1975 to 19, and then they had it even in the 80s, and it was like, come on, it's done already. It's done. Do you remember that? Do you remember when mohawks were done? I prefer the tussled look. There you go. Yeah, tussled. You can tussle my hair. You can tussle my hair if you'd like, girl from Mars. Judith likes it too. Likes the tussle. That's Lewis Schaffer. Lewis Schaffer. Lewis Schaffer. Shave your head. You look really hard. I look like Josh. I don't know. Maybe that'll have to happen. A little bit of chest. A little bit of chest. So that's Joodles. Thank you. Thank you for looking, Joodles. Thank you. Thank you for looking. I'm in the new phase of my life. I don't think I'm in the older man look. I don't know how that happened, but suddenly I got to be old. Don't tempt me. I am lonely. Yeah, we're all lonely. I think we're all pretty lonely here. We're all lonely. So you're saying I can tempt you, girl from Mars. Okay. But yeah, tempt you even more. Here's a little more temptation. What's that song? Temptation by New Order. Let's play the song. Let's play the song. Temptation by New Order. Oh, then don't go anywhere. Temptation. Song. New. Or maybe New Order. And then we'll go here. And then we'll go here. And then we'll go here. What a great song. What a great song. What a great song. Okay. I hope I don't get a letter for that. That's like so minuscule time. I'll come over in a heartbeat. If you ask me, I'll come over. I just want to be liked. Don't we all just want to be liked? Everybody, press the like button. Press the like button if you can, if you want to. I'm not forcing you to. Oh my Lord, Lewis, will you get the mullahs upset by showing that much skin? I'm allowed to show the skin. I think men are allowed to show the skin. I don't think the women are allowed to show the skin. Don't want a repeat of the summer naked streams. Yeah, remember how hot it was? I took over my shot. It's hot here too. It's like 27 degrees here in this flat. 24 to 27. It's 24 to 27. The guy came and fixed my radiator. He asked, "Do I want the radiator on?" And I'm thinking to myself, I can't turn it off because once it gets fixed, you don't want to turn it off, and it's going to be fixed again. Well, if she asked nicely, I'm sure it could be arranged. Could be arranged. It could be arranged. Please come to visit, Lewis. Is that asking nicely? That is asking very nicely. I mean, yeah, you'll have to contact me. Contact me at on Twitter. Are you on Twitter, girl from Mars? I mean, I'm susceptible to this kind of stuff. I miss the '90s. That wasn't the '90s. I think that's the '80s. Baby's got blue eyes. Baby got red eyes. Baby da da. And maybe throw a tenner in his Ko-fi. That could be something too. I'll take it definitely. I'll take it definitely. But it's not important. No, it's not important. It's not important. Lewis Schaffer is not doing this as a money operating thing. It's not a money operating thing. This is just what Lewis Schaffer does. Do you know the Star Trek film where Spock's half brother, Vantanai asked, wants to find God? Every man has a hidden pain. Share your pain and gain strength in sharing. Yes, well that's what we're doing here. We're having pain. We're having pain. We're having pain. And all the women have pain. We all have pain. I'm not that receptive to. Thank you, Joodles. It's good advice. It's best if. I don't want to discuss this publicly because it could be awkward. It could be awkward. But I mean, if you say to me, "Come over," I would say, generally speaking, that can work with some women, but most women, it's best. It's best with men. It's best with men not to say, "Come over," but it's best with men to say, "I'm coming over." There's a difference between men and women. I think with well, what do you think? Do you want? I mean, the girls that liked me, they've really liked me, and I've done like no work to get them to like me, and I've given up. I've give up. So you should basically be aggressive, but not too aggressive. Please come visit, says girl from Mars. Yes, that's lovely. That's lovely. That's lovely. I mean, how are you supposed to ask? Joodles. Don't ask. Tell him he needs to get his ass over there. That would work with you, Joodle. But it might not work with other women. I think women just have to be more like, I'm in the neighborhood, come and visit me, or ask as a favor. Can you do me a favor? I am all mouth laugh out loud. I am really, and I've been single since widowed 20 years ago. I was kidding, Lewis, but I love you. Okay, don't kid. No, let's be serious. But we can't talk about it publicly here because why can't we talk about it publicly here? I don't even know why we can't talk about it because some people will watch this and think that I'm a horrible guy for this. Don't you agree? How does the image look of the lighting? I'm in the kitchen, so it's not quite as good as it could be. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I look pretty bright, but maybe the background is too bright, possibly. It could be that. It could be that. Mark. That's like me, Lewis. I put now work into girls liking me, and they still do. I put now work into girls liking me, and they still do. It's like me, Mark DeRosian says. It's like me, Lewis, period. Put a punctuation in there. I put now work in to girls liking me, and they still do. Okay, I don't know exactly what you mean by that. Maybe explain it a bit more. I want to hear more. No work. I put no work, not now work. Okay. If you make a correction, you could put an asterisk next to the correction mark. That's probably the best way to do it. The best way to do it. Happy to meet you in a group. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Fine. Well, we could meet in a group. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. Whatever anybody wants to do. Whatever you want to do. Mr. Cuff says like and subscribe. That's something completely different. Meeting in a group. The light and background are satisfactory. Okay. I don't know if I feel it. I don't know if I believe it. I think there's like a heavy shot. I'm not going to worry about it. Why not? Why not? X says girl from Mars. What are we talking about? What are we talking? I don't want to talk about it. I do want to talk about it. I like being flirted with, and I'm flirted with you people. Talipa says in a group. You're laughing, girl from Mars. It doesn't. That's another right. I know. Okay, a group is another thing completely. I don't know if I'm. I mean, I like the idea of me being that way, but I'm not really that way. I mean, a group. I can't. I don't think I can do a group, or even individual. I don't know. I believe we're now talking about. Yes, I think we are, Joodles. We're talking about groups of men and women. We're talking about that. I'm not sure I support that. Really, I don't think that I support it. I don't know. I don't know. You should host. You should host. Domont says the first congregation of Schaefferites in London, and we will all make the pilgrimage to see you, Lewis. I think we won't all fit in your house, though. I don't think so. No, I got 2 kids here. I don't think there's much room, and I'm a bit of a hoarder. There's not much room here. I didn't mean that. What did you didn't mean that? No, I don't think she. I didn't think she meant it either. Maybe we're both that way. Both that way. A mortal blow to romance. What? Not being in a gang, whatever, a group thing. Tulipa, it's a mortal blow to romance. No. I don't think I support that. Well, I don't know if I support it. I don't know. I don't know what I support. You know, I don't know. Remember who the enemy of us is the radical, crazy people. But then again, we're all radical and crazy people living in this earth for a long time, and we're all older people. So, except for Gnome Hunter. What's the difference between a foursome and a what is the difference? I don't like the way that sounds. That word GB, whatever it is. Sorry, girl. I know you didn't. I just ran. It just ran away from us all. Yes, it did. It did. Well, yes. A meeting with clothes on. A meeting with clothes. That's what we should do. We should all have a meeting with clothes on. Cuff the bang bus. Feels so long ago. Yes. Cuff, comma, the bank, comma, the bang bus feels so long ago, Mark Therosian says. Yes, it does. We've been doing this. This is 171 days plus 40 streams. That's 210 of these crazinesses of us getting together. I think it's brilliant. Maybe my shirt, because it's black, it's hard to see. It's hard to see. Yes, we're less enthusiastic about it now. The sun did something to us. It was the summertime. Now the winter has hit. You're so right, Steve, Mr. Cuff. You're so right. The winter has hit. It's like boom. It's like boom. Today was one of those days, and it was sunny too. I couldn't leave the house. I'm going to leave the house tomorrow because I'm going to leave the house. Normally, on Monday, I record the show with Chinese Elvis, which I know you don't like Chinese Elvis, or maybe you do like him. I don't know, but whatever. I'm not going to have to record it because we recorded it today, so I'll be able to leave the house. We will just need some rainbow flags, and they'll even televise it for us now. We need to disguise ourselves. Yes, who wants to know what Lewis Schaffer and you guys are doing? We are all better looking in the summer and hopped up on vitamin D3. Yes, Mark the Rosian. We were better looking in the summertime. And now it's the wintertime, and I'm feeling like, I mean, I actually said I've got to go to the sunbed place tomorrow. I go and sit in the sunbed for 15 minutes, and it's just a love. Anything you do for 15 minutes is great. Is great. Just 15 minutes. You can get slapped in the face for 15 minutes, and then when it's over, you think, oh, that's great. Um, Shut up, Lewis. Winter comes every friggin' year. Get used to it. Yes, I should get used to it, but I do get, no one gets used to it. I mean, I'm not a Christmas guy for obvious reasons, but I'm not used to it. I'm not used to it. And you have to really, I mean, like in the summertime, if it's not sunny, you don't go out because there's enough times to go out when it's sunny. You wait a little bit to go out. But in the wintertime, there's far less sun, there's way more clouds, there's a bit more rain. Save your energy for finding wood and scavenging for food, or you would not survive the winter, says Vatnai. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I hate the winter. I've never done a sunbed, though. Well, Mark, I recommend it. I do it for 10 minutes. I said 15, probably 10, 12 minutes. It costs about £9. I mean, it's not. It's not very much, £9, but it's something. It's something. Speaking of the patch of green right between Westminster and the Supreme Court, they had the flags of the UK and Crown Territories hoisted up flying high. I felt so happy to see them. Yes, exactly right. Felt so happy. But those flags are actually hurting this country's fight for self-rule. We've got a king who's fighting for those countries way more than he's fighting for us in this country. So I think we should just let those guys go. Let them go. Let them go, except for maybe Gibraltar and the Falklands. Just let them go. A lot of them don't like us, don't like you. McCuff Gnome says, we just use the same flags and scribble a little T at the end. So people won't bother to look twice. Good call. I don't understand that either. So he sounded like he had a good time in London, Mark the Rosian did. He had a really good time. He did a lot of walking, 20 miles. Or was it 20 kilometers? A lot of miles, Lewis. I think you should do I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here next year. I could see you roughing it, arguing with campmates, and you'd lose loads of weight. It's a win-win-win. Yeah, if they ask me, probably I wouldn't want to do it. I wouldn't want to do it because then they'd find all this stuff that's out there about me. It'd be horrible. Or maybe it wouldn't be. Are you on all messages, Lewis? I think I am. What do you mean all messages? I'm on live chat. I think I am. I think I am. Yeah, on both pages I'm on live chat. On both pages. You have to be a celebrity first, yeah, for me to say I'm a celebrity. But I am a celebrity. I'm an internationally famous, globally recognized, live stand-up comedian, famous, and TV and film personality, recently seen in The Duke and in Wonder Woman 1984. So I'm an international celebrity. I'd love to see a rainbow when I was a child. A thing of natural beauty and wonder. Now, what the hell? What the fuck is this bollocks? Well, when was the last time you saw a rainbow? It's hard to see a rainbow if they're cloud seeding. Are they cloud seeding? Is that what you're talking about, girl from Mars? They pay good money too. They pay good money with some people. With the actual celebrities, they pay good money, and the other people's feelings are hurt. Why am I only getting 5,000 when that guy's getting 500,000 or whatever it is? There should be a show. Vat and I, very funny. There should be a show for Lewis called I'm Not a Celebrity. Get me in there. Yeah, that's really funny. Ruby Wax is on it. You'd be hilarious with her. Yes, I'd be hilarious with her. I wonder what she's thinking. She moved from Chicago, Illinois. She lived, she came to the country early. For a hermit like me, Christmas is awful, Alan Williams. I just want it to be over. Yeah, I'm becoming more and more like you, Alan Williams. There's no Christmas here. There's no Christmas. I mean, not that there shouldn't be. There should be. I believe in Christmas. I was up in that London on Friday night and went to Patrick's show. How was that? Patrick is handsome. Is he fat? Has he gotten fat? I haven't seen him in a while. Let's see. That is not nice to hear. The festive season is among the best. Oh, let's not call it the festive season. Let's call it Christmas. Let's start right here. We'll call it Christmas. And I am a bit of a hermit too, but it's never too late, no Hunter. Never too late to have a jolly Christmas. Yeah, well, Christmas hasn't even started yet. It's not even December 1st. That's tomorrow. I think Christmas, I don't know when Christmas starts. Or maybe it started already because of Thanksgiving, possibly. Imagine. Okay, me too, Alan Williams says, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Joodles. And for one reason or another, I had to cancel my Tenerife Christmas holiday. I'll maybe come and hide with you, Alan Williams. I think that's lovely. Yeah, let's all get together and find each other. Find the love of each other. Find the love. Did you ask a question? Alex asked to McGuff. Also, you're also a Christmas hermit. Well, you're a Christmas hermit. Pissed off with it already. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we have to believe in Christmas because there are people out there who don't believe in Christmas and they want to cancel your Christmas. And I'm against those people. But I mean, Donald Trump is doing an amazing job, I hope. You'd have an argument with Ruby Wax for sure. Of course I would. Of course I would. For sure. And it wouldn't do you so well. It wouldn't do so, and it would do so well in the ratings. Yeah, well, I like a good argument. I like a good argument. Especially with a woman. I like a good argument with a woman. With men, there's like no blows, no risk of blows. With women, there's a risk maybe she's going to hit you. But if you people won't have the phenomenal Christmas, I'm afraid I'll come find you and make you have a good Christmas. That is a threat, says Gnome Hunter. So we all have to have a phenomenal Christmas, everybody. We all have to. Quite right. This is what, yeah. So Warmelian says, quite right, Lewis. Not the holidays, not the winter festivities. It's Christmas. Let's call it all Christmas. Would you eat your kangaroo tail raw? Are you asking me that question? I've actually eaten kangaroo meat, and it's quite good. It's quite good. It's quite good. I wasn't as passionate about the topics they were discussing as some of the other people were. I would have had the topics been different. Okay, well, that's not your choice, really. It's not your choice. Was it a full house there? They love Patrick. He's handsome and lovely. He's handsome and lovely. Happy to be a hermit with the other hermits. All right, well, you're going to be a hermit with me. You're going to be a hermit with me. For the and my kids aren't here on Christmas. They go with their mother because she's Christian and she believes in Christmas. And she says, you don't even, Christmas doesn't mean anything to you, Lewis. And it doesn't really, but still, I mean, whatever it means. Christmas is done backwards. Always the fuss starts week before. It should start on the 25th of December, then gone on from there. That is an interesting idea, Vatanai. Yeah, maybe kind of like the Russians, what the Russians do. Don't the Russians do that? I guess. I'm not sure. Jules is laughing. She loves to laugh. She's such a good laugher. No way you were alone at Christmas, Lewis. Well, I have been alone, but it's not such a major thing. I like eating bushmeat. Alan Williams, be nice. Be nice. It's my birthday, Christmas Day, Mark the Rosian. Happy birthday to Mark the Rosian for his birthday. That's December 25th. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Maybe this is a bit blurry. Oh, that is too shite for words, half Armenian. What, it's his birthday, yeah. I mean, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. It's not Christmas until Christmas Day. It can then go on to Candlemas on the 2nd of February. Maybe that's the right time. It should be that way. It should be over January because it's just so dark. It's just so dark. Russia, says John Miller, is Orthodox Christian. They celebrate 6th of January. But don't they go like for a week afterwards or something? Don't wish me happy birthday now. Wish it to me on the day. Let's wish it to him on the day. Mark the Rosian. No, Hunter. That is both a blessing and a curse, laugh out loud. My one is 13 days prior, so I'm good. I always get double the presents. Yeah, because people are thinking of buying the presents. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. What did he give to you? Herpes? I get double presents also, says Gnome Hunter. Yeah, well, like my son. My son, Carney, his birthday is on... I'm not going to say what day it is. I'm not going to say what day it is. That would be like doxing him. That would be like doxing him. But you get double presents, basically. Double presents. Everybody, we've been on the air for about 40, 50 minutes. The Orthodox calendar is 12 days later. I don't know why that is. But everybody, make sure we like the stream. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Let me see what's going on here. We've got 25 people on the stream. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for this Sunday. I want to thank you people for tuning in. 13 people like it. Let's everybody who's here. We got 25 people who are liking the thing. Make sure 25 people watching it. Hold on, don't go anywhere. I've got to change this thing here. Now it goes back to top chat. So everybody, I'm going to go up and down the list here. Mark and Gnome and Joe, everybody liked the stream. I know it's Mark's birthday, but as a present to Lewis Schaffer on my birthday, Mr. Steve Cuff, let's all like the stream. Let's get up to 30 people liking the stream. How amazing would that be? I'm sure that would be amazing. Joodles probably has liked it already. I hope you have. Vatanai, the Jedster, thank you very much. Alan Williams, thank you. Let's all like the stream. Let's like the stream. Gnome Hunter, did I say that already? These are just the people who've commented. Let's go to the top fans thing. Joe, Tulipa, let's like the thing. She's a top fan. Mark the Rosie, the Jedster, Alan, Rocket League, John Miller, Warmelian. Fantastic. Fantastic. So we're all going to like the stream. We're all going to like the stream. Hold on. Let me get back on track. There is still a quarrel between the Orthodox organizations across Eastern Europe, between the old calendarists and the new calendarists. So it's not as uniform across Orthodoxy. Okay. I mean, I read that 12% of the Christian population are Orthodox. That's not very much. It's not a 50-50. I agree that Winter Festival is woke, but Yule and Midwinter were celebrated on these islands, and moreover, the Islamists wouldn't like them too. Yes, but let's call it Christian just to bother people. The Christmas holiday is about Jesus Christ. You liked it twice on 2 different devices. Okay, that means let's go for more than 30. But thank you very much, Steve. Thank you very much, Steve. He says he liked it twice. That's really good. My boys, says Steve Cover, 27th and 31st of December. Well, I mean, it's good times to have. I guess it's a good time to have sex because it's so cold. It's so cold. Not here at the cafe, not here in the Nunhead Summer Pleasure Palace. Here, um, that's a fair representation of who actually likes this, Steve. Hold on, hold on. I understand what you're saying, Vatanai says 1 million, and I'm not that pedantic about it. But until we have our countries back, I'm saying Christmas to upset the wokes. Yes, yes, yes. And the people who are not woke, but who don't agree with Christmas. Those people. Gnome, Tulipa says, Tulipa's making a comment. Tulipa says, Gnome, very interesting, period, or dash. Does this have any similarity with the 18th century Georgian calendar changes here? That's also a good question. Don't cough, Columbus. 31st December is Fergie's birthday. Fergie, which Fergie? Andrew's wife or King Fergie, who's head of the Manchester United religion. I always like the stream as soon as I get here. Does that make it insincere or just practical? I always liked it. No, it doesn't make it insincere because yeah, you like it. Yes, no, it means you're saving yourself a step, which I do appreciate. Are you mad, Lewis, to have a baby late December? The shagging was in March, April. It's not freezing then. I've been born in March. It is freezing in March. It is freezing in March. It is not the warmest months of this country. How can you be so erroneous, Joodles? It's cold in March and April. Hold on, I'm about to sneeze. Try not to cough, Columbus. Okay. Yes, a great manager. But I think he left United in the shite, and Moyes had no chance. I mean, nobody would have a chance. Anytime a great man like that leaves, it's a mess. It's a mess. How can Moyes do any better than that? And people are not gonna like, and I like that guy. I thought Moyes was great at Everton. Where is Moyes now? Is he back at Everton? That's interesting. Laugh out loud. Gnome Hunter speaking to Joodles. I guess great minds are born on the same day. The weed only one Fergie. Maybe that's we need only one. Sir Alex Ferguson. Yeah, you're a big supporter of. Why do you support that? Do you support Man United because your father liked Man United because of George Best? Is it George Best? Who is Pete Best? Who's the football player Best? One of those Bests. Who is the best? Pete Best or who's the best that played for Man United? Um, the weed. Theirs. All right, let's try. I know it's Sunday night. We're all a bit tired from the weekend. Joodles. That's the most used word your T9 picked up. Your T9 picked up. Your T9 picked up. Piff. He won the league the day before he left, Cuffy. Yeah, he left, and he was smart. I mean, is it smart to leave? I'm not gonna leave while I'm on top. I'm gonna have. It's like this stream. We're gonna drain all the life out of this stream. All the life. We're not gonna. We don't know. Maybe next year will be even better than this year. Oh, leave on a high, and then you're all home alone. It's so lonely. Tulipa says no, Hunter. Okay, that's close. Mark the Rosie, and my dad loved Dennis Law. Okay. Warmellian. Of course, Christmas is paramount, but I don't like any woke stuff. I'm turning on it myself, except when it relates to me. It's George Best. Okay, who is Pete Best? I know who Pete Best is. It's George Best. I'm not sure in religious terms. Noam says, yes, something like that. Some embraced the new calendar. In other countries, they operated in, embraced, and some really didn't like it. Uh, to this day, they say they're not that happy. Not my daddy, Lewis. Um, it was Mummy who was the mad United lunatic. And yes, she loved George best. Do I get any points for this, Joodles? Are you impressed in some way? In some way, possibly. Are you impressed? Please be impressed. Joodles, yes. I thought he was great. He was a United fan for most of my life. VAR and the Glazers and the stupid money the players earned turned me off to football. It's still football. I love football. Football is the best game in the world. It's the best game, is it not? In terms of localism, nationalism, internationalism, it's just an amazing game. Nigel Farage, okay. Use separate churches and often come to odds with the bishops and patriarchs, Noam says, in charge of their constituency. A bit of a long one. Yeah, people don't get along. They're fighting over everything. It's like the Monty Python thing. Are you United Front for Judea or Judean United Front? I pretended the Glazers have destroyed us, Cuffy. They did not. How many years did they win when the Glazers were in town? They were there. George Best was the best. That's why they call him the best. Players these days wouldn't set foot on the pitch that he played magic on. But they all went on the pitch. That's what pitches looked like. I remember when I was a kid and I would watch football in the 1970s. It was always in black and white. It was always like the standard, what do you call the standard? I don't know what are the forgot what it's called. Anyway, now what is the standard pitch called? The standard block of seats. It was all like in one block of seats. There was a hangover. Everybody was there, and it was raining. It was horrible. But I didn't like it then. United won today. Yeah, they beat my team. Sports ball is the bread and circus of the modern world, says Toxic Oil. Yes, it is. How many points do you need, Lewis? You can have 3. Will that do? Yes, it will. Joodles, thank you very much. Thank you very much for giving me 3 points. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking because I'm an internationally famous stand-up comedian and television and film celebrity, as recently seen on GB News, that I don't need points, that you don't need to praise me and tell me you love me. But you do. I need it so much. We all need it so much. I tell you that I love you. The mud. That's right. The mud. I remember the mud, the pitches, the footballs that you have brain damage eating fish and chips before the game, washed down with Guinness. Yes, I don't remember that part about it, but I remember the mud, and the heavy footballs in the rain. Cricket is a real man's sport, and you can drink a beer sometimes during the game. I didn't know that. Because the people are nicer at cricket, at rugby or cricket. Cricket, yeah, because they're nicer. I guess they're nicer, but I'm not a big cricket fan. It's like baseball, but not even as interesting as baseball. Despite being shite in the first half, we lost. We won. I honestly thought Palace would beat us, but we pulled it back in the second half. Well, that's really good that Palace is putting fear in people's hearts. Maybe they didn't win today, but maybe this will be an education for them. The good old days. I loved it. Millionaires chasing a bag of hot air now, Mr. Cuff says, and non-contact. Well, you don't want them damaged. You don't want high kicks. You don't want someone's legs being broken. You don't want that. Sheeps are awesome. We are being replaced by what? You left. Are you Welsh? Toxic Goyhole is here. Cricket for me too. And rugby union, yeah. Is rugby union the southern one and rugby league is the one that they play up north? A friend of them. Okay. Watch the True Geordie. He explains it well. Okay. Mickey Thomas had a pint of Guinness at halftime when he scored a scorcher for Wrexham against Arsenal. Who is Mickey Thomas? Was this back in the day or was this now? It was probably Bestie who destroyed it, Cuffy. He was the first pin-up football player. Well, why shouldn't there be celebrity football? It's just like Lewis Schaffer is a celebrity in the TV comedy film world. Why shouldn't and if people are going to a film because Lewis Schaffer is in it, why shouldn't Lewis Schaffer be recompensed? Why shouldn't George Best be recompensed? I don't think I've ever used that term, recompensed. I do like a game of rugby. Not played at school day, says Toxic Goyhole. Okay. He likes rugby. I used to like the orange balls in the snow. Yeah, well, was it colder back then? Was there more snow? Certainly a deep, complex political canvas in the region. Tulipa, you're back talking about religion, about the Orthodox churches and whatever. Close down soccer, make them do a proper job. I mean, no, people like to watch it. People like to watch soccer. Maybe you're right. McCuff says to Joodles. Joodles, yes, but Fergie managed to manage his pin-up boys quite well. He threw a shoe at David Beckham. Do you remember that? That wasn't very nice. You know, Giggsy was in the future. George Best, or at the time. Yeah, he put that team together, which came in, was amazing. And they were all English lads. All English lads, most of them, except, what's his name was not English. He was Irish. What's his name? Tulipa. Yep, and it doesn't help that Putin is trying to be more secular and Zelensky more Jewish-oriented. The surrounding countries are not impressed. What does that mean to be Jewish-oriented? Zelensky is a Jew. He's basically, the fact is that the Ukraine has a reputation, and he's trying to make the reputation go away. That's what happens in this world. Is it not what happens in this world? That's what happens because football players used to do other jobs, like baseball players, because there wasn't the money. And maybe the bosses of the football teams made a lot of money. Who do you want getting the money? The players that you're going to see, or Glazier? Who do you want making the money? Toxic Goyhole. They were one of us who could kick a ball around. Now they are overpaid pansies who cry when they're trapped. Well, what do you mean by trapped? Like trapped at a club or trapped on the pitch? I don't think that they're pansies. They're not pansies. It's such a hard game. It's like being a stand-up comedian. People are watching you. I've gone to many games with my friend Tristan. Many games. And at those games, you're so close to the players and that you're screaming at them horrible things. And it's very stressful. When Keegan was England manager, there was poo on the floor. Ask Emil Heskey if there was poo on the ground. Heskey said yes, but I'm not bad in the air. Mr. Cuff, I don't really understand that. Sorry, I don't see the point, Vatanai says. Football is boot and a pizza. A football boot and a pizza. When he threw a pizza at, you're talking about Alex Ferguson throwing a pizza at what's his name? Fantastic. I can't believe that Alex Ferguson is still alive. That's a surprise to me because at one point it looked like he was going to die. He is heavily limiting the church rights, Lewis. They are being taxed more and more, having less operational time and losing their status as one of the big institutions of the country. He is fighting them. You're talking about Zelensky. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but he's still in power. Why is he still in power? Well, I mean, that's like one of those questions. Like, what is happening in this country? What is happening in the Ukraine? That war has been going on for 11 years, according to Peter Hitchens. Imagine having a business, Fatanai, and there's almost 90% of your income is spent on wages. It would be work. It would be work in any. It wouldn't be work in any industry. But that's why a £3 to make shirt is now 120 pounds. Yeah, yeah, they need to be paid. But what's the difference between a really good player and your average run-of-the-mill player? Not much, but it's a difference whether your team goes into the Champions League where the money is made. You have to pay. They got to pay. Life is not fair. I remember when Lineker shot himself. I don't remember that. Limiting. The clubs were representatives of the community they were based in. Now they represent international big money interests. Well, isn't that the entire world? Toxic goy hole. Isn't that the entire world where where the world has become globalist? Hold on a second. I'll be back right in a second. See if this is a bit better. That looks slightly better. The world's becoming globalist, and the football is part of a globalist world. Nobody will ever forget that, Alex. What are you saying? Remember when Lineker? I don't even remember that. No, I remember when what's her name shot herself, the girl runner. I don't see the point of players earning so much that ticket prices can't fund them. It's not economic in other businesses. You know what? You have to make money the way you have to make money. I mean, what can they do? Can they say you can only, let's say they said to England, let's say they said to English football leagues, I mean, whatever, British football teams, you could only pay your players based on the money that you get from the games. How would that affect the world? We got two conversations going. Noam is talking about the Ukraine. NATO lapdog. That is why he is still in charge. He is getting a bit rowdy over the U.S. plans for peace, though. Yes. So he might kick the bucket soon. People's respect for him in this fight. They respect him, but still question him. We're talking about Zelensky. Yeah, I mean, they want to keep this thing going. You can't steal money when there's no war. The money stops coming in. That's why he doesn't want to do it. Who knows what his financial situation is? Football is entertainment, and there's always money involved. In entertainment, I'm sure there is. People pay top dollar. You know, I used to go and perform. You know, how much do you pay to see somebody perform? More. People pay a lot. Oh my God, Lewis, do you think that too? Why do people think that? Paula had a pee. I thought she had diarrhea. Didn't she have diarrhea? As with anything, there's a lot of popular appeal. As there's anything that has a lot of popular appeal, Gnome Hunter, there will be money and power involved. And with that comes the big magnets that see potential. It happens in nearly anything, not just sport, and not just Zelensky. I mean, there's money. There's money to be made. People get involved. 3 more people need to hit the like button. Yeah, thank you, Toxic Boy. Who hasn't hit the like button? Have you hit the like button, Mr. Cuff? You said you did. Yeah, Joodles, Alan Williams. What about the people who aren't talking in these chat rooms, who haven't spoken? What about those people? Maybe you guys can hit the... See, my thing is not updating regularly. I've got 20 people liking it. And it goes back to top chat. Every time I look at it, it goes, what's going on with the are you seeing the jaggedness? The jaggedness of the image on the thing. The The only thing I would be socialist about. It's the only thing I'd be socialist about. Tax all the football players' money, like fucking make them cry. And then you know where they will go play. They'll go play in Germany and in Italy and in Saudi Arabia and in France and in Spain. And they'll go to America where people will pay money. I remember when I was a kid and what's his name? Pele came to play in America. And it was like massive news. People will pay. You can't, don't be a communist. Don't be a communist. Can you see the image that we're on here? Can you see the image? Hold on. Let me see if this is right. Webcam. I'm trying to see whether this thing is a default color range. Flip vertically. Capture. Use hardware decoding. Where is this thing? Auto detect. Does the image on the YouTube, does it look like it's whatever that is with the, one picture every 20 seconds? Joodles, I believe you about Paul. I'm definitely not going to Google it. I get into trouble for my searches. Yeah, you can get in trouble for searching that. Don't be socialist, Vatnanai. Do not be socialist. Let people, if you want to have a local team, like Crystal Palace is my local team, and they care about I don't know if they care about the community. They should just play football. It's like comedy. Do you want me to care about the community? No, of course you don't. You don't want to do that. I have liked it, says Joe. Hi, Joe. I've just been quiet as unable to contribute to football as I lost interest in the 80s. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry we're discussing. A lot of people don't like football. And I hope that what I'm adding to this stream is an American view. I'm not Mr. Big Football Guy, but I've grown to like it because we live in the country. Only about excessive pay of footballers. That's what you're interested in. No, it's not excessive pay. Because that footballer, you know what happened? They did that in America. And it really hurts. It hurts. Let the players get as much money as they can. The problem with football is, it's not like American baseball, where the only baseball was in America, basically. Only baseball was in the Major League Baseball group. Okay? So they couldn't move for many, many years. But with football, they don't have to play here. You don't have to pay them top dollar. You have to, because if you're not paying them top dollar, they can go play somewhere else. So let's be really nice to footballers. I was a huge Man United fan in the 1970s. I didn't care once. Well, what made you not care, Joe? You told us before. I forgot what the reason was. The 80s was great. Total rubbish now. I have no interest. Also, as we get older, you want a glass of water? I agree, Joodles. At some point, it will collapse. And then it will be built up again. Or maybe it won't collapse. Maybe it'll just be, financially, it won't be as viable. It's like football teams. Like, look at Man United. They haven't won. When was the last time Man United won? In quite a while. What about Liverpool? Liverpool won, and then they didn't win, and then they won. And now I don't know, are they winning again? And this is just the way it is. Life is, you think it's always going to be forever. It isn't forever. Football is like love. You think it's going to be forever, and then you come back. Football has lost its way. It was once for people of the communities, built up from local players. Even in the 1980s, English teams could only have a certain number of foreigners, including other Brits. Yeah. The problem is that a lot of English players don't want to go to other countries. Maybe that's the problem. Gary Lineker went off to Spain, but most players They rather play for Stockport or Stockton. 2013, according to Mark DeRosian. That means for 12 years they've done F all. That's a, and people were they were the team. The miners used the union muscle to get as much money as possible. And look what happened to them. Yes, they got as much money as possible. Let people do that. And then they'll find something else that they can do. Vatanai. And it's not for the government to control these situations. I'm a libertarian. Let people do what they can do. Let people do what they can do. That's totally right. Totally right. Steve. So you're saying Steve Bull was loyal. Well, a lot of these schmucks were schmucks for being loyal. They say, hey, listen, I'm going to another team. I want more money. Why shouldn't people ask for more money? Don't you want more money? I mean, sometimes you shouldn't ask for more money because they don't got any more money. But you should ask for it. I was born in 89, says Mark DeRosian. So that means he's 36 years old. And all I knew was Sir Alex till I was 24. 24 years, just trophies after trophies. Could never see it ending. Yeah, it's like all those people. All those people. I'm a libertarian, but I want their money. You do, but you know what? You got to say to yourself, I'm not going to go to the games. Or you've got to say, you know what? I'm going to go see Crystal Palace instead of Man United. The FA Cup final, speaking of Crystal Palace, 1976, was at uni as well. Steve Koppel, yes. The FA Cup final, 1976. I think and the same thing with American baseball, this was. I think the loyal players were usually shafted by their clubs eventually. Steven Gerrard, Peter Crouch. Who is Peter Crouch? I never heard of him. Is that Peter Crouch? Peter Crouch. They felt very betrayed, I believe. Yeah, because they're told, be loyal, be loyal. I mean, that's what they do. Every business does that. They go, we love you, we love you. We love you, we love you. We love you. We love you, we love you. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. So Warmelian says people are shafted. Yes, they shafted. Don't be shafted. This country is home of shafting. You've been shafted by the Labour Party. You've been shafted by the Tory Party. You've been shafted by the King of England and the royalty. You've been shafted by those people. Say we're fighting for ourselves. I'm in 1980 registration. 2, yeah. I witnessed 2 whole decades of dominance. But I'm grateful for that, even if it never comes back. Yeah, it's good. It's good. But people today, they say, what team do you support? And they always pick the winning team. I mean, luckily, I didn't pick Crystal Palace because they were winning or losing. When I first moved here, I picked Manchester City because I thought they reminded me of the New York Mets because they were a loser team. And the New York Mets, Manchester City. And then I thought to myself, why am I supporting a loser team? Why would I support a loser team? I don't want to support a loser team. So I stopped being a Manchester City supporter. And then all of a sudden they're given millions of pounds from the Arabs. Let's see. Well, that's a new question. What's the new question? Well, what's a new question, Vatanai? Crouch was the tall guy. Yeah, he was so tall. Another great United player. Just think of the money these players would be on these days. There's nothing really special out there now. Yes, there is. Some of these players are really special. Do you remember when Rolandinho, whatever, came? How great he was. Hence my interest waned. Good word, waned. Wayne Rooney's best decision ever was to leave Everton for United for money and success. Rooney, yes. Yeah, what, are you supposed to stay and not be on a winner, not play in the Champions League? He wouldn't be a manager, he wouldn't be in America. I don't know, watching Gladiator. I don't know anything about football. Love George best though, says Janet. Flaky effing Yanks. You can only ever have one team, Lewis. Well, then you're a sucker then. It's like those people who support Labor and Labor hates you. Those people who support the Tories and the Tories lied to you. They do not like you. So who's the fool, Joodles? Don't be a fool. Say to yourself, you know what? It's like I used to be in love with my wife, but she cheated on me and cheated on me again. So I'm going to find a new one to love. Maybe she shouldn't have cheated on me. Find a new team. If it's too expensive, things change. That's the problem. Things change. Sometimes then they change in ways we don't want them to change. The new questions was someone about having, yes, yeah. And the answer to that question, of course, is yes. That's why we had to block them. You're a sucker. That is not politics, Lewis. It's life. This is not politics. It's more than politics, what football team you support. You know what? You got to change your team. Because you people think that you are like making your team win. And you do have responsibility for your team. I went a few years ago to see Chelsea, to see Crystal Palace play Chelsea at Chelsea Stadium. And we were singing and singing and screaming and screaming. And I was so exhausted, I felt I was out on the field. That's what you do when you support your team. But you could find a new team to support. Find a new sport to support. It's like me. I was a straight man for many years. Now I'm gay because I didn't get the love I needed from... That's a joke. I'm making a joke. Joodles. To be fair, when I was a kid, I switched from Arsenal to Man United. Frank Stapleton was my favorite, and he moved to United. I was United after that. Yeah. You can switch. You can switch. Screw Labour Party. Screw the Tories. They didn't care about you. If they don't care about you, how can you support them? The Tories are worse than Labour because they made you think you had hope. You had hope, and you didn't have hope. The Tories, the Labour was bad because they said, "Oh, we care about working people. We're working people. F you, Labour." I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's not my place to talk about it. I was seven or eight at the time, McCuff, when you changed themes. Well, I remember when I was very young, we used to go see the New York Yankees play. The New York Yankees, and we went to Yankee Stadium with my dad and watched the Yankees. And then in 1964, the Yankees lost the World Series. They were playing, I guess, who were they playing against? The Cardinals, maybe? And they lost. I was 7 years old. And from that the next year, we went to Shea Stadium to watch the New York Mets. So there's two teams in New York. So it's like going from Chelsea to Tottenham or Tottenham to Arsenal. It's like doing that, right? And so it's because people say, well, why are you a Met fan? Met fan because they lost the World Series. The truth is, it had nothing to do with losing the World Series. My father and mother came from Brooklyn, New York. And in Brooklyn, New York, played the Brooklyn Dodgers. And when the New York Mets started, they were a National League team like the Brooklyn Dodgers, like the New York Giants. The New York Yankees were not a National League team. And deep in my father's spilkus, he hated the Yankees. deep in my spilkus, I hate the Yankees. Okay? And when the Mets came, it was beautiful. The second reason is they built Shea Stadium for the Olympic, but not the Olympics, for the World's Fair. So they had a new stadium, a new team, basically. And that stadium, Shea Stadium, was about 30 minutes away from my house. Why go to the Bronx where there's no parking or whatever? It's the Bronx when you could go to a brand new stadium. And we went to Shea Stadium. So there's always a reason. So we got to switch our teams. Vatanai's telling a joke. He's telling a joke. My great-granddad played saxophone on the Titanic and went down really well. Good joke. Very good joke, Vatanai. Okay, the LA Dodgers, they're my team as a kid. And the San Francisco 49ers. Yeah. Now, a lot of people who were Dodger supporters in Brooklyn, if you can imagine this, the team is based in Brooklyn. The team moved to LA, and then they built Dodger Stadium. And a lot of people, not many, but a few people supported the Dodgers in LA, even though they were living in Brooklyn. It was like Wimbledon supporters supporting Milton Keynes. You know what I'm talking about here? Supporting Milton Keynes. It's like that. And the truth is, how could you support Milton Keynes when they built the MK Dons? They had to change their name, whatever they did, the MK Dons. And how could you support that team? They're not the team. They're not your team, the MK Dons. Your team is in Wimbledon. That's why I support Wimbledon. And Wimbledon has never come back. Have they come back? I don't know how well they're doing, but they're never going to be in the Premier League. Maybe they will. I don't know. But Mr. Cuff, you're right. So that's a similar thing. So we became New York Mets fans. You are great entertainment talking about your life. You should write it down, then do a show reading it out. Yes, maybe you're right. No. But that's what I say. Love, you can love your team, but you can also say, you know what? I love Manchester United, but I don't have the money to go to the games anymore. So when I want to see a live football match, I'm going to go see Lincoln Town play. I'm going to go see Stockton or Stockport or whatever it is. Never going to happen. Want me to do a show? Is that what you're thinking? I agree with you, Lewis. You can't support a team that has moved or changed their name. You could maybe if they've changed their name, if the people want the name changed, you could support them. But if they've moved, if they don't give a shit about you, how can you support them? The fact is, the Labor Party in this country does not give a shit about you. The Tories of this party does not give a shit about you. Okay? So you got to say, I'm going to find someone who's going to care about me. And you know what? If you don't care about me, I'm going to move to somebody else. I'm bad, says Joe. This Joe says, I've only seen Portsmouth play once in 1984, but was obviously so happy when they won the FA Cup. Yes. You know, if you don't want to spend the money, you can be lots of different ways of being a fan. Yeah, maybe we'll come back and we'll listen to these shows. Maybe AI will be able to take these shows and process the information as the story of Lewis Schaffer's life. Possibly. Maybe you'll have your own life here. Can you please tell us about Vatanai based on what he has revealed to the world on Lewis Schaffer Uncooked Livestream? And then they'll tell us a story, Vatanai, about this. I think that'd be a great way. I think. One man and his fridge. Yeah, it's a fridge. And we can print it out in large typeface for the hard of hearing. Okay, for the hard of hearing. Thank you. Maybe someone, or some things, according to Jules, she puts this in quotation marks, else can do it all for me. Yes, maybe you can do it for me, Joodles. Yeah, it's the story of your life, Lewis. You just did it. Did what? What did I just do? I said, yeah, maybe someone will do it for me. Listening to you talking about your experience is fascinating. I wouldn't say it's fascinating. I wouldn't say it's fascinating, but it's my life. Your life is interesting too. Alan Will, your life is interesting. Vatanai. I mean, really, you've only revealed the smallest amount of your life, of you being at that school and being mistreated at that school, right? So, and I think you were mistreated. So anybody who's mistreated has had an interesting life. You know, the fact that the Brooklyn Dodgers moved to LA is mistreatment. Death penalty for them. Listening to you talking about them. But Advance UK looks like a good team, says Ron Greenhalgh, whatever. Yeah, it could be. It could be. But we have to vote for the team that's going to win. You know what I mean? We can't have it competing against each other. Listening to you talking about your experience is fascinating, says Von. Okay, sorry. I'd be so embarrassed to support the MK Dons. They even stole the name Dons from Wimbledon. No honor, embarrassing. Yes, but they needed, and they could have, and you know what you can do? You can set up a team in any city and then rise through the ranks, like what Wrexham is doing. That's what they should have done. They shouldn't have bought Wimbledon. Even though Milton Keynes is a city and needs a football team. They didn't have a football team. Alan Williams, you're right. How do you know I haven't already started it? Yeah, what started what? But the Lewis Schaffer book. I think it'd be really interesting. One man in his fridge is great. And Lewis would have to take that exact fridge with him to every venue across the UK. Well, someone like Stuart Lee would do something like that, or what's it? Forget his name. Oh my God, my mind. How can I have an act when I can't remember anyone's name anymore? Anything that's happened. You know, these comedians, they can just remember story after story after story, and I don't want to say who it is because then they'll say, "Well, you don't even remember my name." Well, I lost my jobs because of the stupid and needless lockdowns. That's also true. We've all been mistreated by those lockdowns. Anyway, icebox, it sounds more American. Nobody says icebox in America anymore. We invented the fridge. We invented it. Okay, so let's thank everybody for being here. We're going to say a prayer. What prayer can we say? Could someone come up with an idea? I'm going to make the prayers less long. I make them faster. I don't think you find the prayers interesting. You know your man who went round to Ireland with a fridge, Cuffy. I can't remember his name, says Joodles. I don't know. Reminds me of the Cure, Time Imaginary Boys album cover. Now we have to look at that. We don't even have time to look at it, but we're going to look at the Cure. Cure. I love the Cure. Not that much. I didn't like that he was wearing makeup. What is it called again? The Cure album covers. Is this it? Is this it? The Cure. There it is. There you go. Hold on. There we go. That's what it is. Can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see it? 1979. Yeah, with a refrigerator. What does that mean? It means a refrigerator, a vacuum cleaner, and a light. And a light. Very interesting. Okay. So let me thank everybody for being here. I'm thanking you for being here. This turned into one of the best shows. Tony Hawks. I think I saw him speak once. I don't remember him, sorry. I'll say goodbye to love. No one ever cared if I should live or die. Is that one of the lyrics there? Okay, so thank you, Joodles, for being here. Thank you, McCuff, for being here. Thank you, Vatanai, for being here. Kermit, of course, thank you. Thank you for help. Um, Thank you, Joe, Warrior Princess. Uh, Gnome Hunter, totally involved. Brilliant. Talipa, excellent. Let's see. Sheep are awesome. Who is sheep are awesome? Mr. Cuff, Steve, thank you very much. Thank you, Mark the Rosian. Thank you, girl from Mars. Thank you even for flirting with me. It felt good. I felt alive for a little bit. Um, Live for a little bit. Um, um, Alex, thank you very much for being here. Thank you, everybody. We've done almost 30. I mean, I'm going to check on the Warmelian and Vatanai. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. John Miller. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Alan Williams. Brilliant. Brilliant. Gnome Hunter was totally involved in tonight's show. Totally involved. Everybody, your involvement makes the show. I mean, if we could try to stick to one argument at a time, whatever, we can do that. I mean, maybe not always football. And I'm trying not to do only cancer and only food. I'm trying. But sometimes we're going to talk about football because it's such a big part of this country. And I know a little bit about it. Toxic Goyhole, thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. So you're writing down your ideas for a prayer. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed. Write down the ideas for a prayer. Lewis, you forgot the BA. BA honors all night. What is it? You forgot the BA honors. I forgot. I don't understand. It seems I may not need to add amen input after all, Kermit. Okay. Okay. Okay, so is anybody going to come up with any prayers? I'm going to wait a couple of minutes for us to come up with a prayer, and then I'll say a prayer. We need a prayer. I mean, maybe because we've prayed a few times, you think we've got nothing to pray about. We need to pray. We need to pray. Maybe we need to pray that Manchester comes back. If only because it means so much to Joodles, because she'll never get another team. Dear Lord, Lewis, it's a joke. Ray women shouldn't go to uni. Um, oh, okay, because I said that. I don't know if I believe that. Janet was here. Thank you, Janet. Don't know about football, so didn't join in. But you watched, and thank you very much. And the next time, say last time you spoke about football, Lewis, let's talk about something else. I think women should go to uni, but not more than men. Maybe 10% of the population go. There are smart women, of course. There are smart women. Should they be allowed to work? That's another question. Yes. Yes. Okay. I'm going to come up with a prayer. Dear Lord, dear Lord, dear Lord, dear Lord, we British people, and I'm including myself in this because I've lived here for 25 years, we love football. And so we thank you, dear Lord, creator of the universe, the earth, and ourselves, the person who's looked after us, who's made us who we are. We thank you for your role in our lives. And we thank you for creating football. And when I say football, I don't mean American football. That's another story. I mean British league football, soccer, association football. We thank you for that. We thank you for relegation and promotion because that has made the sport what it is. Okay? But we're afraid. We're afraid that there's too much money in football, that it's lost its way, that's making it impossible for us to appreciate our local team. And we realize because of internationalization, because of television, because of the internet, you could support Manchester United, even if you live in Lincoln, which is all the way on the other side of the country, or Northern Ireland. And what happens is when people from those far places support the team, there's so much money washing around. So we're asking you, dear Lord, can you put a little time, put some time into helping football be preserved as a local sport, that we as English people who love the game, who love our team, who love our city and our town, can enjoy in a similar way to the olden days. Amen. Amen. Thank you, everybody. Let me just see what's we've had. We've done quite well. We've done quite well with this show. I'm going to go check with the analytics. It says we have 25 people watching. I'll let you see the analytics. Maybe I should only show that to people who've given to Ko-fi. Before you go, give something to Ko-fi if you haven't recently, or Patreon, or PayPal, or like or subscribe. Just make sure you like or subscribe. Amen. Thank you, Kermit. Amen. I don't know how to pronounce that. Yeah. Okay. So here's the number of viewers we have. Look at this. Look at this. It's been basically constant. It's been constant. Look at this. Look at how good this is. A little dip around at an hour, and then we're back up to speed. So that's really good. We build up at 10:30. We had 7 at, I don't know what time this is here. Let's say at 10:45 and at 11. At 11, we had 26. So I say thank you. Okay, thank you, Kermit. Thank you, everybody, for supporting this stream. Oh, you didn't see it. Oh, no wonder you didn't see it. I thought I was showing this to you. Can you see this? Can you see? Oh yeah, I'm blocking the way a little bit. Can you see where we are? That our shows, basically, we've kept the numbers. It's been amazing. Okay, we will see you tomorrow at 5:30. Nunhead Radio is on at 5, and then 5:30. We come on live at 5:25 or 5:20. Okay, I love you. I love you. I love you. Love you. I love you. I love you.